Okay, so here we are, we're outside the Cotton Ball and we're now just going in to have a look around. The brewery is open tonight, so we're going into the microbrewery. It's World International Beer Day. So let's go into the Cotton Ball and have some samples. Yahoo! Right, so here we are now, we're just going down to the brewery. There's all the lads. Look, this place is looking well. Hi, buddy. Oh, so what we do now is we take a closer look in. Right, so here we go, we'll go and have a look. There's the man himself, everybody's enjoying everything. So we'll have a look first and then we'll go up and sample away mad.
So this is effectively what we started out with, and this is the first brewery. You can see stainless steel on site. So this is what you got your brew house. So effectively what you got here is we mill all our own grain. There's a mill out the back, which a lot of breweries wouldn't do. And effectively what you're doing is you're dropping your grain into the mill, crushes in the mill, comes into the mash tun. The mash tun is this vessel here, and there's hot water going in at the same time. And it's essentially like a porridge. You're draining the hot sugary water off the porridge, then just leaving the spent grain inside the mash tun. It goes into this vessel then, which is the copper. So now you need to balance it out with bitterness. And depending on what you're brewing, if you're brewing a lager, you wouldn't put in a whole lot of hops because you would be very bitter. If you're brewing something like an IPA or a pale ale, you put in a lot more hops. And depending on where you put them in the boil, if you put them in the start, it's giving the beer bitterness. If you put it in towards the end of the boil, it gives it flavour or aroma. And that's why kind of like things like IPAs and pale ales, they're all kind of really come into fashion. There's a lot more, I suppose, flavour and taste though. So then it's just a hot liquor tank. From here then, this is in action one day of the brew. From then it comes out into these vessels. So we've got 4 ale fermenters, which are the wooden ones. So there's two broad classifications of beer. There's ales and lagers, and what an ale is just the yeast fermented at the top of the brew, whereas a lager, the yeast fermented at the bottom. And like 95% of beers in the world are lagers, you know. But like a stout would be an ale, like the yeast would ferment at the top, you know. So then it goes into these vessels here. The conical tanks are kind of particularly good for lagers. The yeast likes to cone in the bottom of the vessel, and it's that type of yeast likes it, you know. So for a lager, you would take 4 weeks to brew a lager. You take 3 to 4 weeks for an ale or a stout, so I'll bring you up now to the other brewery out here. Sure got the other brewery on the other side. So you've got your mash tun, you've got your copper, you've got your hot liquor tank. So just watch that. We're just trying to get more of economies of scale here by just going a little bit bigger. So these are 2,000 litre vessels, and the other vessels inside are 800 litres. So it's just a bit bigger, and it's just, as I say, gives economies of scale. The big cost of the whole process is labour, you know. It's top ingredients, best cost, best malt. It's really down to the labour that's kind of costing, you know. It's how hard we can do
Is it labour intensive? Yeah.
It's very labour and very labour intensive, yeah. So yeah, it's a lot scrupulously clean. Really clean out the vessels. There's a three-stage wash process. There's a bulk rinse of water, then there's a caustic rinse, then there's a kind of cold water rinse, I suppose. Then there's a paracetic and non-rinse acid solution. So all that, it's a lot of pulling and dragging and just, yeah, it is quite labour intensive, yeah. But like, I suppose we kind of, by the fact that we've bought in the bigger brewery, it's the same amount of labour for more beer, you know. So like we were kind of going to tappers on the other brewery outside, and just couldn't keep up. So with this now we can go a little bit slower, you know, and we can let the beer condition for longer, which is better. So we've just recently built this section out here, just gives us a bit more space, a lot more storage tanks, and just a bit more kind of warehouse storage for boxes and stuff. We were camping heavy inside that one there. If we were to do it again, like we built it in the basement of the pub. We were kind of sheepish about it. We were kind of saying, "You never work here, we started out anyway. And it was only supposed to be kind of a part-time job for myself. Like I was working down the Black's Smith line, and my other brother was supposed to kind of be working it. Like, but we quickly found out that it was very labour-intensive, and I couldn't keep the two jobs going. My wife kind of said, like, it's not going to work. So I gave up the pensionable job. And,
living the dream.
Living the dream, this is it. And I'm kind of going, what have I done? But yeah, look, it's going on so far now. So the biggest threat to the micro industry really is the macro breweries, there's a competition with pubs and stamping down like a lot of pubs would be like 30, 40 years ago. A lot of pubs would be tied, they'd be owned by the breweries, and it's kind of going that way now again, where pubs are owned indirectly by just money being given to them.
Yeah. So yeah.
As a public day, and you're just saying that's just money off. With kind of consumer choices, it will push that a little bit, But so no, look, but generally it's a growing industry. It's only 2-3% of the whole beer industry. Beer sales in Ireland now, which is quite small. Like the craft beer industry is 10% of beer sales in America. So if the prediction follows through on the States, then there's still plenty of growth,
And have you the capacity here to go further?
Yeah, I mean we do. We're hoping on a contract with Aldi, which it won't be the cotton ball brand, it will be another brand. But the thing about the multiples is the discounters is that they give you a kind of a run. You go in as a special buy, what they call it, and then you and they just buy a certain stock and they sell it. Like you might see it there when you walk around the rally there. They have like maybe Coke Zero, but they won't have Coke Zero all the time.
Yeah.
They have another product and they just bring it cheaper. They just bring in stock that is gone. So that's kind of like we did a stint in the middle, and we're going to do a stint in Aldi, and it'll be an exclusive brand. Aldi will be their own. It'll be our brand, but it'll be just a different name, a different beer for them. But, so hopefully that'll go well. That's not in November, December. But the orders that they just put in are massive. You can't be kind of too swayed by those type of things either, because you find like we go to we distribute to Sioux Valley as well. We find that you nearly sell as much in restaurants and bars. It's a lot more work by driving around to restaurants and bars and stuff like that.
But you're hitting individuals
I
rather
mean,
than
individuals,
shuttles.
yeah. And to be honest with you, I see more of a kind of a long-term business in the small restaurants and bars. Supermarkets can be fickle enough, you wouldn't want to be tied into them too much for everybody. A lot of people go around with guns and they're how they destroy red guys and all this sort of stuff. Over years, but no, I mean, we're lucky as well that we have our own. We have our own pub. There's a lot of breweries that are in industrial estates out there, and they have to sell into whatever price the supermarkets offer. You take it. This is what we're offering you. Whereas, like with your own bar, I mean, like you started out, we kind of fine-tuned things, and there was we had issues with gas at the start and stuff like that. Like, and, you learn as you go along. But it's just I suppose the best thing about having your own pub is that it's the best model where you make something and you have your own market. Whereas selling to it's just a nicer thing. You got more control of your product and stuff like that, And it's
Are you reaching outside of Cork yet?
well, we do go outside of Cork. We have a distributor called Brewery in Sweden, and they would sell up Dublin places. But I don't really keep track of where these places. This is just bottles, we distribute them and they send it off wherever. And again, you see there's kind of a rating site, and you kind of see the beer there. You kind of look at the sunnies and you wouldn't even know where that is. And you look it up, and sorting out draft there wouldn't be going outside Cork. It's just too like you go down. There's a couple of big out to niches down to York. We go to there's just down in Cambridge there. We've got a brew, kind of another mountain man beer there, and he's kind of got a big sales in West Cork. So we drive down to Brew Bar, and where it's kind of boundary seems to be a bit of problem down there. So we go down to those places and just generally talk with that type of stuff. But you have to go. You have to kind of. You can stretch too far. You might be able to follow through with it. It's kind of a cottage industry too in some ways. So you wouldn't want me thinking that you can take on the big boys and that, because they crush you. This is a bottle machine that came from America. It's down here. Big quantities. So it's got a 6-head filler. It's kind of starting level of automated bottling. But so effectively what you're doing is you've actually tray of bottles. You're just lifting up. You do a rinse from the bottles. You load the bottle filler, and essentially you just kind of push it in. And each row gets filled. So then this is a label, and it comes down, and we box them. But there's a big element of manual labor with it. We make all the boxes beforehand. It's a 3-hour wash cycle on the machine, and it's a 3-hour wash cycle after the machine. We're very clean with the beer, once you have probably frothing problems and stuff like that. We do a sterile filtration of all the beer that we bottle. We don't sterile filter the beer that goes into the keg, but we do filter a lager. Say you'd have to filter lager really, because people would expect a crystal clear lager, They wouldn't put up with a kind of a hazy lager, even though that's not really how it kind of, there's a lot of processing to take out proteins and stuff like that, so that's not an issue really. So
How many would you have a week?
it varies. We kind of go in spurts, we've built up a bit of stock outside there now, and that will keep us going over the summer. Well, no, probably. I suppose we bottle maybe twice a week. So this machine can do 1,000 bottles an hour. No, we wouldn't need that capacity. But I suppose it theoretically can do 1,000 bottles an hour, but I'd say you would be putting under a lot of pressure, But so it's going well enough, we're getting good growth in the kegs as well. There's a lot more pubs coming on stream all the time there, It's kind of you get a following. Ireland in summer seems to be kind of the most popular one really. Kerry Lane now is beginning to, in the A's. We sell a lot of lager here, alright, in fairness. But in the summer, the Kerry Lane are our most popular outside of here. And then the IPA is kind of picking up. Stout, we do stout. It's not very, it's got a good following, but it's not, it's just something that we do, you know. It wouldn't be a big one for us really, like, you know, it's very hard to compete with this and Muffins and English and all that stuff. So, but where the market for like the craft brewery is the new type beers and the IPAs. There's a big kind of a push now towards sour beers, you know. I don't know how I'm not a fan of, so I'll be honest with you, I'm not a fan of sour beers. I'm really not. But there's such a kind of
Are you doing one?
we don't do one,
Okay.
no, but
If you do, I buy it.
yeah, I mean, I wonder should we, you know?
Do you think, sorry to interrupt, do you think that's fashion rather than trend? And that it's more about finding the next one?
Yeah, I mean, there's I suppose there's a wide berth of beer drinkers. I mean, you've got say your lager drinkers, and you've got your people who are coming into the craft beer and maybe might drink Rebel Red or something like that, and then you've got the other spectrum that they want the newest beer going. You know, they want whatever funky beer you come out with. You know, and it's that if you chase that market, I think you're on a loser there. You know, not everybody wants. You know, those that they keep wanting something new. You know, and there's no. I think that's very difficult. But I suppose there's an element of where you brew something, so you keep your brand interesting, and you keep, you know. We probably need to do something now. We haven't thought out a seasonal beer in a while.
How do you try new beer recipes here?
We normally run them on the small brewery outside. Like I mean, we could go smaller. We could do a small try. We did a couple of trials. We have a tiny little brewery over there. It's about like about 50 litres. We started out with 50 litres. We came out with 20 litres in the end, and that's just a waste of time. I mean, we might as well brew the 800 litres. They said the labour is the cost, so we might as well brew the 800 litres while we're here. And worst case scenario, people don't fancy it. We have to dump the 800 litres or whatever. It's really it takes as much time to make that 50 litres as it does the 800 litres, you know. So yeah, definitely we can come up with something new right now. Maybe I don't know, we'll know thing. But it's definitely something for the autumn / Christmas, you know. The only thing, I suppose, the only problem that you have if you come up with something new is selling it, you know. Like you have to create another market, and I think sometimes there's some of the new breweries, they bring out too many beers, and nobody knows what their core beers are, what they're trying to sell. I mean, you've got one brewery particularly, like they had new beers every week, and like we kind of, you know, you bring out a beer once, you do it again, you might make it a bit better, you might fine tune it, you know. Not bringing out something every week is a bit much, like, you know, or every, you know. Anyway, that's just my thinking on it. So we bring out something for autumn or Christmas. I suppose, as I said, some of these products that you bring up, they're just for novelty factor, like, you know, they're not going to be, and you might hit on something, you know. But
Was it exciting for you though, or is it work?
Like, I suppose that's another point. Like, you bring out something to keep it interesting. You try another style of beer. You know, like when I started out drinking beer. Well, I mean, I also started with lagers and all that, but I started drinking wheat beers, and I always wanted to brew a wheat beer, and we've never brewed a wheat beer, you know. And it's kind of something that I'd like to do at some stage. Now, the only thing is the Germans are very strong with their wheat beers. France and Wales haven't really done that well with the France. I can't even know the name of the wheat beer.
Do you know the name of it?
I can't think of it. For instance, we'll have a wheat beer, and you would have seen it. They would have had Rebel Red, they would have the Chief, and then they would have had that beer as well. Kind of a trio of beers. Say it again. No, that's name like beer. Blarney Blonde is a blonde beer. Friar White. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
It shows that it's
Yeah.
Struggling to think of a name.
Does he win a prize?
Yeah. We will get a T-shirt for you.
Somebody else.
But yeah, so I'd love to do a wheat beer. Maybe obviously now it's probably a bit, it's summer beer, so maybe next summer. But yeah, so there wasn't, there's strong competition in that market for with German wheat beers. But so like as you said, it is to kind of keep it interesting by brewing out new stuff. And we're we're gearing up for the Abbey thing at the moment. But
What's your favourite?
my favourite is the IPA. But that's simply because I suppose I've kind of gotten, it's like, if you drink more wine, you start getting a bit of a taste for stronger things. And like maybe if we start drinking sour beers, maybe I start getting the taste for them. I like the IPA. Kind of happy enough to be a long time to kind of get happy with the recipe on it. I'm pretty happy with it now. So, like as I said, you need summer is probably our best selling beer. I suppose it's kind of a more accessible ale, and the Kerry Lane is probably similar to that. But so yeah, do you want to some t-shirts? I have t-shirts outside. Do you want some t-shirts?
Yay, t-shirts! Yay!
Seems wrong being in a brewery and not being offered a drink.
Do you make that yourself?
Drink upstairs.
We did a People's Republic of Cork beer with the People's Republic. I don't know. I mean, some people will be very familiar with the People's Republic of Cork. I mean, I was kind of you talk to some young, like you say, there's 20-year-olds and what it is like.
Yeah, I see.
Right. It's a forum kind of, but I have loads of these T-shirts and stuff like that they gave me.
Then the Pope ones.
Say it again.
The Pope ones.
The Pope ones, yeah.
The
Well,
Pope drink.
there's this one T-shirt. It's a big one.
I love
I
it.
don't have XL. It's just
That large.
It's just
large.
large. I have lads.
Should they do the job?
That large.
Yeah. There you go.
Can I
What's the
do?
t-shirts?
They're very handy for matches and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I love it.
And then there's I have medium there. You might want medium. Right? Do we have medium? There's a medium one there. You might prefer medium, would you?
Yeah.
You would.
Good, yeah. That was a couple of t-shirts
Definitely
there.
large. Thanks.
So as I said, they're great for Cork matches now. I wouldn't be a big GA man now, but I don't think we're doing too well.
Shh. Say nothing. Say nothing. Yeah, but
How has the weather, or will the weather
the weather's
affect?
fantastic.
Yeah, but so it's good for the business. Not for the sales side of it, but for crops and for.
There'll be probably be a low crop yield this year, right? Without a doubt.
Where do you get your hops from? Are they?
We get our hops from the state. The most popular types of hops are the American ones, which are kind of Citra, Amarillo, and all those kind of really flavoursome and very aromatic stuff, But we actually get them from an importer up in Dundalk, I think it is, and but they get them from the States and the UK. Like we could actually grow hops here, but they'd be very kind of
Weather dependent.
yeah, very well. It wouldn't be great here, I mean, like all the Australia, like the new kind of world hops are really low, like say New Zealand, Australia, and America. They've got a great climate for it, And
Is it the kind of thing that could be grown in those polytunnels to better degree?
They're
cost effective wouldn't be.
they grow in vines, so now I wouldn't be an expert on it, but I don't think are really not on a commercial scale, really. Now, I do know that the white gypsy up in Thurles, he grows some, but when we were up there, we were looking at them, and the cone hadn't even formed properly, like so. And he'd have a good experience at it, but it doesn't really seem something that could be done. I mean, the malting company of Ireland are doing very well with their export. They're out in Cork. They supply kind of a lot of Munster microbrews, but they also supply Heineken. That's where we get our bulk. That's where we get the lager malt from, and the ale malt. But now they're starting exporting to America and Canada, and they really can't keep up. So they just put in a milling facility about this size, but they're now going to expand again. There's a big demand for, we'll say in Canada and America, where they can say that the beer is brewed with Irish barley, and they can say that they do a stout. Microbrew might do a stout, and they might say, it's brewed with Irish. It just gives it a bit of a better.
Yeah.
So they're like them.
Particularly with the. Where was he again? The
Malting.
started this pub. No.
Oh, sorry, yeah, our great grandfather. He was in Newbury, which is I should really know. Jack isn't here. Newbury Fort, where that is.
Person to be trying to prove how American they are.
Yeah. But we stuck that on the bottle, right? The thing. And it's a good story of beers, We think anyway, but yeah, so the malting company of Ireland are exporting to the US, and there's a wee Brewer Malt is the other malting company up in some up in the Midlands there. But they supply Diageo, and they are putting in a bagging facility. 3 or 4 years ago, maybe I spoke that long, maybe 5 years ago, where if we rung up the malting company on Cork and said we wanted some malt, they'd be kind of going as, you'd have to come out with your truckload, and Heineken would go out there and they'd get a truckload, whereas we go out and get about 30 bags, maybe half a ton or something like that. But so no, it's I mean, one spot and there's loads of malting facilities, but there's only 2 now left in Ireland. Now there is a small company, Loughlin Family Malt, and they're trying to do some malting as well. But we get all our specialty malts. So you'd have I'll show you a malt actually. This is what we call a lager malt. It's a base malt. So it's just it's very light, the colour. Maybe you could it's kind of a very bready taste off them, Now, so then we go to the special. I suppose if you're brewing a lager, that's perfect for that. Then you'd move on up to let's say a pale ale malt, which is up in there now. That's not open. So this then is a specialty malt which comes from Germany. There's only the malt company of Ireland, which is out in Cork. They only do a base malt. They only do just a kind of one type of malt. They do stout malt as well, but they don't do all the specialty malts. Like this now is we'd say a crystal malt. You can see it's really kind of a caramelly looking, and you kind of get really caramelly flavors from that. You get a toffee kind of flavors. Sweet. It'll be sweet, Then you've got different variations and all that type of malt. There's actually okay. This is wheat. This is wheat malt. The wheat malt bag. I'll show you some. We have some malted barley here.
Smell them out.
Yeah, so look, this is what they call black malt. This is what you make a stout now, it's very burnt, you get really kind of coffee flavor. You can it looks like coffee, really. The coffee roasty flavors off that, and depending how much you put in that. We do a stout above and it's very black, whereas we say Beamish Murphy's, they'd be kind of more, there'd be a reddish kind of a colour to them if you held them up to now we kind of did the old style of a stout, so it's just that bit more black and a bit more more body to it. Like typically, most Irish stouts now would be a bit more ruby coloured, you know. But that's kind of we went for just something a little bit different, you know. But not much different. I mean, you can get Russian Imperial stouts. Maybe you might do something like that for Christmas or something. So there's loads of variations on beer, you know, and it's you know you can I suppose you can vary the hops, you can vary the malts, you can vary the yeast. So we haven't done much experimentation on yeast, you know, so that maybe might be something next, maybe with let's say wheat beer or something like that, you know. Yeah, it is.
Are you a chemist by?
Yeah. That was kind of my background. Yeah, so
This is more fun, isn't it?
this is more fun.
It depends on
Definitely more fun.
Instead of curing the pain, you're causing one.
Yeah, it is better paid with the other stuff. Though.
Yeah. Well, yeah. The pension.
Yeah, pension. Yeah. No, what is?
What do you think of doing a Christmas? You know, like a lot of the Germans and the Belgians, they do a Christmas.
Yeah, they do a Christmas brew. What we find with we did last year. We did some sort of, or we do the Vienna. We do the Vienna beer for kind of the Christmassy period. It doesn't go much beyond that, though. You know, I suppose like when we do a Christmas beer, I guess spoke to a lot of the publicans and they say, you know, any Christmas beer that comes out, you'll sell it up to the maybe the first, and after that then you're stuck with the stuff.
Yeah.
You can't do anything with it.
So it's difficult to judge
Yeah, so you want
volume versus
yeah,
size.
when you want to kind of do something that's going to sell really.
Yeah,
you know, like we could do, there's all sorts of stuff you could be doing with all sorts of spices and all the rest of it, but you know, and all the large breweries come out with various Christmas stuff, but like the Vienna, I suppose, the Vienna lager, we thought was kind of something that, you know, it might go into the winter months a little bit further, you know. It doesn't go beyond that. I think we just stopped it then really after a while. Like, you know, there's only market, but so yeah, we there's definitely seasonal stuff, seasonal beers to be done, you know. And that's kind of more, I suppose, you have back to the days when people move off, you know, in summer they move off the lagers and they move back to stouts in winter. Now that might expand a bit more. Maybe like people might try maybe a wheat beer for the summer. Maybe I don't know. They might try something a bit different for maybe a strong. Yeah, like that exactly. Yeah. So I mean that kind of follows the trend with food. You know, I mean.
Well, it does, yeah.
Yeah, I mean you have your big.
You have your salads in summer.
Yeah, your salads in summer. We're getting a great. In fairness, we're
dead cow and
yeah. You get your big fucking pot of stew or something. Load of potatoes or whatever.
Yeah.
But more wholesome, I suppose. And that's kind of where the higher ABV kind of comes in. You know, you're like more higher alcohol. It's kind of just a bit more meatier, a bit more. A bit rare, I suppose.
Well, I don't know if I know nothing big in Europe and stuff. That the Christmas beers were always a good 1.5 to 2%. More toxic than your standard summer beer.
Yeah.
I didn't tell you until after you drank it. It became very evident.
Yeah. So that's kind of really it now. Really. We're hoping to do another premises inside town as well, and it'll be exclusive craft beer. Won't be any of the larger breweries or anything like that. And we're hoping to do the food and as well.
Oh, as in a
Thompson House. No, it's only in planning at the moment. So there's a lot of.
Where's that?
Thompson House First Street.
Next to the Starwood.
Next to Starwood, sure.
It's a lovely venue.
They give Starwood employees a discount for the.
Oh yeah, I agree with you. Absolutely, we give them free. You know, like coffee, cheaper coffee.
Yeah.
We're hoping to, I mean, you know, do a bit of coffee, a bit of food, maybe or something. This is all in the planning stage, really, and it's we do have a couple of people that are.
What will you give us to not object?
I'll take this.
Sorry, if you're not a teacher, yeah, sure.
Hey, no cheap coffee. Not in my.
Well, that was really
That was
funny.
one of
Doing an
my
article there about coffee, and they're saying the coffee is going to be could become a luxury item in by 2050 because of the global warming. I don't know. Global warming, you know. I mean,
Need
it's,
to put the prices up.
yeah. I can imagine that. Like, but so I hope I bored you know enough. Right?
That's fabulous. Very well done.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Thanks, Sam.
I'll be up here and there'll be nobody here. I'm glad you came in. Right?
Second show, right? Go on, thanks a million.
Right, so we're back up in the lounge, and we have these are the IPAs that Owen was on about. Off you go, John.
So,
Cheers, buddy.